The black widow, she killed everybody. She killed everybody in the block. But you still alive. Something like mercy. Hallelujah. Many of us come from neighborhoods where people died before their time. But you still alive. Hallelujah. Why are you still alive? Must have been the mercy of God. The Apostle Paul shipwrecked a snake, a viper, jumped out, bit him. Everybody looked for him to swell up and die like everybody else. He shook it off in the fire. How did you recover from that? Shook it off in the fire. It's mercy. See, there's mercy. But look what he says. But love your enemies and do good and then hoping for nothing again. And your reward shall be great. And you shall be the children of the highest. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. Be ye therefore merciful. Nobody heard it. Somebody should say amen. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful. Do you understand? Mercy means you don't deserve nothing, but I'm going to do it for you. Amen. There's this husband, he's home late, he's out drinking, and, it's payday, and he don't know where his paycheck is, and, he still think he's married, and technically he is. And his wife, she's tired of busting him upside the head. So she read the Bible. She said, the only way I will live with you, I'm going to have to treat you like my enemy. Love your enemy. Many believers' family fail because they refuse to treat their loved ones as enemies. You don't even treat your family right. Treat them like an enemy. You're kinder to the enemy than you are to your family that betrays you. All right. I'm going to step in your open right now. I'm going to sit down in your milk. All right. Cain killed Abel. There's always going to be murder in every family. Those closest to you are the ones you're going to hate first. All right. So you better treat them like an enemy, get full of the love of God toward enemies, and you can deal with your family. I like this guy. All right, let's see how good. Keep fighting them then. You better see them as your enemy so you can get the grace and the mercy. Because as long as you keep dropping your guards and thinking they're going to be nice, they're going to keep poking you in your eye, keep kicking you on your side. But when you have an enemy, you realize I'm going to protect myself. Somebody want to hear the truth. Think about it. Not every spouse is right yet. And you're gonna keep exposing yourself until sooner or later it's gonna be like that movie, The Burning Dead. Where your husband at somewhere in the mattress? Is your husband safe? I don't know. Check my bedroom. Because you can take with so much, but he gives you grace to deal with enemies when you don't use the grace to deal with friends. Think about it. Your enemies are more safe than some of your family members. Some of you talk to your family like they're dogs. But what did he say? Be merciful as your Father is merciful. All you need to realize is that God treated me like I was his when I was his enemy. And he said, I can do that too. Can I give you part of the message now? Some of you, your life is a mess. You messed up your physical body, your economics, your social life. You have destroyed your life. But there's a mercy for you. Not a hula hoop, a mercy. There's a mercy for you. If you know it's messed up beyond repair, there's a mercy for you. I got 2 hand claps. Rest of you don't have to suffer. I'm taking mercy. Let us therefore boldly come to the throne of grace that we might obtain mercy. I don't want God to deal with me according to my actions. I want him to deal with me according to his mercy. I haven't dotted all my I's and crossed all my T's. I want God to deal with me according to his mercy. Amen. It'd be crazy if you, what do they say? You act crazy if you want to. Some of you Christians act like you bumped your head. Talking about let God do what he wants. No. Man, I have never asked God to do what he wants. I ask God to do what he will. He wills to show mercy. Because you're not dealing with Jesus, you're dealing with them, you're dealing with God. Our God is a consuming fire. He loves you, and if he gets too close to you, he'll burn you up, and you end up going to heaven ahead of time. Oh my God, do what you want. No, God, do what you will. And I know your will. Your will is to have mercy on people like me. Amen. Amen. That is the truth. Some of you can't even never finish school. They can't even get a job. You need mercy. Take the welfare, but get the mercy too. All right, you all look like I still say. Sit there and cry and die of starvation if you want to. At least if you have welfare, they feed you, be strong enough to go to church. If you have no welfare, you have no strength, can't even go to church. It's going to get good there, man. See, be therefore merciful, as your Father is merciful. If you don't show mercy, then expect someone to betray you. Everyone in our lives is a test. Amen. You think just because they go to church, they don't deserve the same honor as the pastor? Of course they do. They're human. It's just that the leaders get double honor. The Bible says, get double honor. Because they're slaves. You think that preacher's up there preaching to you, telling you what to do? No, they gotta live it. That's right. It's hard living right when more is wrong. And you gotta live right more. Because everybody looking at you more. You can't steal like you used to because the kids are looking at you. Could have stole that. You might not want to hear, but I still get, the devil tried to tell me to steal. I was in the store, and the lady had a pocketbook right next to me. I got cash, I got credit cards, I got checks I can write. But her pocketbook, the devil said, just go closer, open it up, just take some money. I'm a pastor, I'm a father, I'm a man of God. I still get the devil trying to tell me to steal. You think he's going to leave you? That's how you know you right with God, the presence of the devil. You ever heard of the Apostle Paul? He said there was a messenger of Satan sent to buffet me, because of my revelations, to keep me in order. Driving 75 and a 55 with your praise and worship on 9. Talking about the Lord is good. You lawbreaker. You justify because you have in the spirit. Hallelujah. Glory, glory, glory. God knows my heart. Woo! See the red and blue lights, your heart be like. Then you start, why God allowed the cop to cop? Why did the cops catch me? Why did the Lord allow the cop to catch me? See, you know, every time we break the law and we get away with it, we should just go home and say, the Lord is good. His mercy endures forever. But you know why you won't give God glory? Because you know you're wrong. But you need to still do it. I got home safe. I wasn't doing the right thing, but God got me home safe. Because you know if you give God glory, sooner or later you're going to hear another voice saying, give me real glory by not doing it next time. Amen. Young man, you know, I took the girl out, tongued her down, woo, took her home, hallelujah, thank God the pastor didn't see me. You know, all the youth ministries and a lot of these churches, they're promoting dating. What kind of devil are you raising? Snap these kids in their behind and tell them, go home. They don't need to date. These kids have sex. They don't date. They ate. They're consuming each other like little pieces of food. with relationships. Because you even allow it in churches. Our youth minister is dating the choir member. One thing I would thank God for, that I grew up in Harlem with a father that was kind of psychotic. So if he didn't understand it and he thought it was wrong, we paid for it. He had one system called the Chappelle. He thought you were wrong, pow, you got it. That's how it's going to be in this church. I love you. I think you're wrong, you're going to get it. Without mercy, after you get it. Just for the fun of it. Just tell me now, did you do it? Come on, if you beat the child, he won't die. 50 years old and you still sensitive. Give me a break. Can't even tell you to go to church on time. Start hissing like a snake. Go to church on time. Because you go to work on time for 3 hours an hour. You go to church and you get there on time, you might hear the message. Preacher boring. It ain't boring, trying to tell you how to stay alive. Amen. Your flesh don't want to hear it. A bunch of naked women come in here with their bosom down to their stomach preaching. Amen. To stay up in church, they were like, me and my wife, we was at this church, and this woman got up there singing, and she looked like she was about to breastfeed. Now, one man closed his eyes. They stayed attention that whole service. Don't let your flesh be stronger than your spirit. That's right, amen. Amen. All right, bring your mind back, fellas. Why do you have to go that way, Pastor? You were fine until you put it in our mind. Now we're going to start to close. Go to Romans chapter 9. It's going to get good. Look at somebody and say, I'm a candidate for mercy. Can I just make it in normal terms? You're the last one there to get the application, and they're not taking no more applications. But somebody come out to you and say, listen, don't even fill it out. We're going to give you the job. Amen. That's not grace, that's mercy. Grace was you filling out the application. Mercy is, I'm wrong, I'm dead wrong, I ain't got a chance, I ain't even going in there. And they come out to you. It's called the ugly duckling. You know, ugliest guy in the world, but this pretty girl marries you. It's called mercy. He definitely said, be merciful unto me, a sinner. Jesus gave the parable about the two men praying. One, the Pharisee, I tithe and I go to church and I do this and I do that. Then this sinner said, be merciful to me, a sinner. Jesus said, who got justified? But one that cried for mercy. That's right, amen. Don't get me wrong, do what's right, that's good, but let's rest on some mercy today. Let's give God some real credit. Because many times when we delve in the grace of God, we share in the glory. Ha! I was moved by God and I was praying and fasting. I was praying in tongues 6 days, 3 nights. And my body got weak and I began to prevail and I began to utter the prayer of my heart to God. And I got a breakthrough. The merciful person out there, I ate everything on that fast. I couldn't pray. But somehow the door was open. And I walked through the open door. And I said, great is thy mercy. Some of you are going to reap where you sowed now. Hallelujah. That's what Jesus told his disciples. He said, I sent you into other men's labors. They've been working forever, but I'm going to give it to you. What kind of God is this that allows somebody to work 70 years hard and you didn't work for a dime and he gives all their wealth to you? What kind of God is that? A God that delights in mercy. You didn't save yourself. You didn't create this world. God did. He puts down and puts another up. You're here by the mercy of God. Don't ever think of mercy as, I'm so weak, I'm this little squirmy little wormy. No, the mercy means the squirmy little wormy got up and started chasing the bird. You're going to learn this by the end of today. Some of you might not have no money in your pocket, but you're going to walk around like, I got money in the business. Because you got mercy. Mercy. It's going to be a little scary because, you know, you're going to see some things that God did, but it's going to be good. Now, let me say this before we close. If you didn't mess up, this message ain't going to help you. This message is only for mess uppers. Sorry, if you perfect, get another message. If it's all right, if it's all right with you, you know, go get another message. Go somewhere else. Just read the newspaper. This is for sick folk. Sick folk. Sick folk. Sick folk. People with attitudes for no reason. Just mad. I'm just mad. You need mercy. You're just mad. It's just mad. I haven't had a dime. I haven't had a job. I'm just mad. You need mercy. Can't kill Abel, remember. He was mad. He didn't have mercy. There was no mercy for him. Nothing to ease his little pain. Let's look at something good that we'll get out of here. Somebody said there's a foul being dealt with. Can we stay there for 1 second? See, I don't want you to get this twisted. You're all going to die. We're all going to die. We're going to have a good time. Trust me, ain't no pain after you die. There's only pain on the way to death. And the only pain that you have is the pain to live. Right? When you're in pain, it only hurts because you don't want the pain. Can you imagine, you know, you get your tooth pulled and you know if they pull it out, I won't have no pain? They be pulling, yeah, yeah, get it out, doc, yeah. But you're like, ugh, now you're going to hurt me more. We run from pain, not realizing that pain is to remove pain. Young girl wants to get married. You enter into pain. The father was nice. They get married and want rights. He want to stay home. You ain't got no rights. Go to work. Find a job. Find money in the street. Do something. Pain. You got married. Pain. Marriage is full of uncomfortableness until you go to sleep. Then you dream she's not there. Then you wake up and he's there worse than ever. Looking over you like this. I was waiting until you got up. Gonna cook something for me? You ain't buy no food. Thinking that would stop preaching on this. It's amazing how men don't work, they expect food to be in the house. Where's supposed to come from? Mama ain't here no more. That's what happened. They think mommy's still in. They come in the morning, 5 years old, mommy got breakfast. At 55, they know they ain't got no child, they still think, mommy gonna somehow give me some cereal. And here you are married and now I tell you, you ain't cooked. Pain! Get out of here. Stop preaching on this. See, it's your spouse that will always betray you or encourage you. Yes. See, it's the key. It depends on what side of the devil you're on. Can a spouse always encourage? Yes. Will they? No. Sometimes they wake up, sometimes they feel like a nut. Sometimes